Did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On first down, Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 30.
Yeah, baby. We coming again.
10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Gets into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down and much more for Henry. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 42 yards on ground for him so far. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Henry, touchdown, Chargers. Well, it was the big run that got him down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. K.J. Hill deep for the Chargers. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down a yard shy. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is McSorley. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's McSorley to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hit here, it's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember. But back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. McSorley, 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. McSorley, and this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now McSorley. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Jacobs.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man is Hill. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin the drive 1st and 10. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. McSorley sets to pass. Got an open man. It's Ratley. 3 yards the gain there. Second down. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On first down, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. McSorley. And that'll be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Carr now on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on Ace Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Carr to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Throwing his Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Carr. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone is K.J. Hill. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Las Vegas.